everybody. Daniel Allison, the average dude, Fred Blanton, the not so average Bobcat representative.
Happy Pump Day!
You got coffee over there, man? Woo, yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do this. Happy Pump Day, everybody. We do this every single weekday morning. We come in here, we talk about life. We talk about what's going on in the lives of me, of Fred, and of all these commenters that we typically have.
And I hope we stopped calling it Hump Day and we've turned it into Pump Day.
Because it's halftime, man. Halftime is where we go into the locker room and the coach grabs us by the pad and tells us that we're gonna have a better half. We're gonna get pumped up at halftime.
Absolutely. And look, let's face it, Hump Day sounds weird.
Hump Day does sound a little strange. And look at this. I love it. Russ Hammond. Good morning. Good morning, Russ. DJ, good morning. And that I got 3 exclamation marks. And you know how I feel about that. It tells me what kind of day you're gonna have.
But DJ was outdone.
I know. Aaron said, "Give me some, baby." Boom. And I got to all caps too. You know, it's funny how text messages or anything like that, we can see the emotion of someone. We can see the energy in the actual message. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that because we got to communicate.
Right,
but we know. Go ahead.
It's good that you mentioned that. So if someone sends you a text and it says lowercase letters, call me back, ... versus call me back, all caps, 3 exclamation marks. Who you calling back first?
I'm excited about the all caps exclamation mark. Come on, man. Come on now. And that's what we're talking about with energy. We all want to feel a little better. So if we see someone, now I'm not talking about, sometimes I might get off the walls. We don't want somebody bouncing off the walls, but good energy where we feel like we can get on that bus and we can get moving too, right? So if we can find that, then that's a great thing. And I love having the commenters here. Joe, good morning. No hump day, but another day to get opportunities to succeed. Absolutely. I want to tell you a little brief story of what happened to me. This is
Good
not.
Morning, Paul Pappy, P squared. Happy to see you.
Morning, fellas. I like it, P. I want to tell y'all what happened with my coffee situation this morning. Went down to get a little river. And Little River
coffee shop, correct?
Little River's a coffee shop downstairs, and I went down there.
Good cinnamon rolls.
You should know. You're the sugar king. He eats Pop-Tarts and he eats cinnamon rolls.
Have you heard of the Liver King? I'm totally opposite. I'm the Sugar King.
Hey, you know, Reed Graviti's gonna hear that later, and he is not gonna let you live it down. I love it. But I thought it was interesting. I went down and I'm used to them being open right at 7 a.m. And this morning they weren't open. So there's 3 or 4 people standing around and kind of looking at each other. And I said, well, I'm going to walk down here to Starbucks. So I went to Starbucks this morning instead of Little River, but it made me think. You know, they've been open every single time I've gone out, maybe 2 times in 5 years that they haven't been open right at 7 o'clock. But if somebody with the AC Marriott Hotel was just in just for a little bit and they went over to grab a cup of coffee and that one time they're not open, it'd be like, hey, what's wrong with this place?
Yeah. How can I depend on this place?
How can I depend on this place? And so I thought how being familiar with the folks that work there and, hey, we're more understanding of how things happen and you kind of tend to look over things. And and we tend to forgive people when we know them. We've talked about road rage. You pull up next to the lady you were mad, and you see it's an old lady, and you're like, "Oh, sorry, I was mad at the car."
Yeah, or if we just get off our high horse and realize, you know what, I've been late. You know what, things happen before you leave the house.
Oh gosh, hey, I should always remember when I get frustrated. I should go back and remember when I didn't fix the E in the quote of the day.
Yeah,
we remember, and I have to do it publicly. It's terrible. What is? Hey, Paul Pappy, pancreas. I like it. I am not a product of my circumstances. I am a product of my decisions. Oh, look at that. Bringing in the quote of the day. Choose wisely. Don't live on the sidelines. Games are played and fought on the field. That reminds me of the Man in the Arena poem or whatever. You've read that one?
I believe I've heard it a couple times. Now don't you have conversations with the average dude today?
We're back. Conversations with the average dude. What if that's second sip or what that actually turns into? But I was ready to have a conversation, and yes, I do.
Well, it made me think of an old Jim Rohn quote.
Ooh, I'm already gonna like it.
Can you play the music?
Yep. Here it goes.
Quote of the day. Quote of the day. Get your mind right.
I really wanted you to do that to show everyone that the final E is still below the word quote.
If I could just wring his neck through the video. No. Yeah, it is. It is.
Hey, you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
The greatest gift you can give someone is the gift of your attention.
Fred always comes up with some good ones. One more time with feeling.
You ready? Hey, the greatest gift you can give someone is the gift of your attention. It doesn't matter if it's a 3-year-old screaming for daddy, a 14-year-old daddy, watch me dunk.
Preach.
Your wife asking you, hey, are you listening to me? Everybody loves the gift of attention. And you today, through conversations with the average dude, will be giving someone attention and they will eat it up.
Well, here's the thing. I love that. Amen to that. And yes, if you want to give something that's valuable in this world, attention is the thing. I mean, my goodness, you feel bad. Somebody, go ahead.
You battle this. Everybody battles this. It's so easy to work constantly, communicate constantly, social media constantly. If you really think about giving someone undivided attention, now's the time to do it. It's more important in today's world than it ever has been.
Well, amen to all this. I love where you're going. Everybody, we all want attention. We want to be seen. And so I think a lot of times everybody's waiting to be seen and not seeing, right? I mean, it's similar in a conversation. Like yesterday, I talked the whole time. I didn't let you talk not one time.
I didn't have anything to say.
Hey, that is the worry, though. You talk about attention and you talk about, I get excited about these, Fred. You know me. I'm a big human nature fan and I get curious about people. I've always been the observer type, so it's easy for me to get into these conversations because guess what? I want to know who J.K. Fidden is. And I'm going to find out. I'm going to find out here in an hour. And for me, this is a culmination of several things. So I've done interviews with different types of people, recording in the beginning. I called them conversation. Interviewed Jesse Cole back when interviewing people was cool. And I would love to have that interview over again, but unfortunately, Jesse Cole's out of my reach now, right? I can't get to him.
Whoa,
But-
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I know, Jesse.
Is this a mindset show?
Jesse. Huh?
Is this a mindset show?
This is a mindset show.
And did you just spew out some garbage about someone is out of your reach and you can't, C-A-N-T, can't get to them anymore?
Hey, it doesn't mean I'm quitting trying. And so thank you for calling me out. I've sent him 2 videos. Jesse, if you see this, you know
2
it.
a day or 2 in total?
2 total.
Oh, okay. So it's not 2 a day.
Well, here's the problem.
So you're not trying to get his attention. We got to clear this up right now.
I will say this. One of the cool, I mean, you know how popular he is now, how busy he is now. Both times, 2 videos in return. I mean, come on. That's pretty doggone cool, right?
So you can get his attention.
He knows who I am.
Okay. He's responded to you twice.
Yeah.
So you are just working into his schedule. It's not that you can't get to him because you got to him twice.
Mindset. Hey, but what I want to say about him is he not ringing every bell that, like, when we think about building something, we think about having happy people, kids being happy. I want to help people have a good time. I want to give people energy. We talk about energy. Look at his doggone baseball games. And it's fans first.
The man had a buffet at his baseball field in Savannah.
Yeah. I mean, just pay some money. He's got a yellow suit on, and he called his team the Banana. We forget about that. The truth is, if we just saw him, he's an average dude, and we didn't know that he is all that he is, and he's in that yellow suit. Man, what you doing in that yellow suit? I'm making a movement that is going to, you know, I mean, so yeah.
At one point in time, didn't you think about wearing an all-white suit every day?
Hey, I want to, but I was afraid you'd tell me it was off white. You know, I'd have
yeah.
a couple of days. Fred would be like, "Man, that you need to turn that in. That thing looking dull, bro." Why does Fred give me so much heck, folks? He really does. We have to discipline ourselves to not wait for opportunity to speak, rather lean into the conversation and be present. Man, thank you, Paul. There's so much. We think we've got all these great things to say. You know, I hated the podcast yesterday. I didn't even put a clip up because I was just talking the whole time. I was like, shut up, man. It's just, you know.
You had to get some of that average dude story out.
I did, and I've been holding on to that for a long time, right? And I see now that the average dude, it is a mindset, and maybe we can talk about that mindset, and not everybody's going to call themselves the average dude, but maybe we can think like the average dude because it's been helpful for me. So that was the whole point, but we'll get there. We have to discipline ourselves, and that's what it's going to take. In the beginning, Fred, with this interview, we have no script. I've been thinking about all that he does, right? All of who he is as a person. And you know how I am. I'm going to probably have a little more coffee by then, and it's going to be 3, 2, 1, and I'm moving for the first time. I'm going to be like, but I like that. I like that. Pacing. I said that to say the right pace.
So you're focused on it.
I'm going to focus on him, curiosity. You know, you kind of build these things in the show because, I'm not planning how the flow. I'm planning kind of the vibe. That's kind of how I like to do that. And hopefully we can have an interesting conversation. Hopefully people are going to take things from it. And I actually know that I'm going to take things from it because I got things I got to find out from JK.
Yeah.
I want to know. Start being quiet with the good Lord in prayer each day. And then we attitude versus the me attitude. Amen. There. Keep curious for the truth in all things. The truth will set you free. We're going to talk more and more about that, Joe. Love the Savannah Bananas. Saw them twice and thank the average dude for intro to Jesse Cole. Great team he has. Boom. I introduced. Now, don't forget that, Jesse. He's going to be watching. I'm sure he's going to watch this.
Yeah. Probably twice.
Probably twice. Hey, it's 15 seconds after our time. What do you have?
Well, in today's time, people are screaming for a little bit of attention. So give them some attention today.
Give them some extra attention today. Have a great day. Be sure to tune in to Conversations with the Average Dude live 9 a.m. JK.